in this game, and how is this Brood going to fare up in this game, and how does Meepo versus Mid? What's the K about in all chat?
I'm not sure. They've been spamming a lot here. And
Yeah.
like I said, probably trying to distract each other and unintentionally also definitely So QUALIFER here is just going to be putting his webs down. They have confirmation that he's in the middle. Will get to actually clear his spiders off. It's
30 seconds to
be hard for the group. Kill on him solo. Push that tower. Also, it's a dire Brood. I hadn't really thought about that, but that just means that one of the things he needs to do, and he already put the web down, is he might want to try and take this side camp away from the Meepo. Either block it or farm it with his spiderlings, so that he can't get as much accelerant out of the fact that he's on.
The battle begins.
Mickey actually comes over to the rune just to try and get some information here, but takes a lot of damage for that one as well as DNZ starts clicking him down. So he's going to be coming to the lane maybe with a couple less tangos as Tiger. What's he doing here? Lots of physical damage, a good mix means Ghost Shroud doesn't feel fantastic to ever really pop off. Yeah, where is this Undying? That's Undying. He's against the Trilone, which he's always feeling pretty good against. I'm sure that this might not stay this way, but he comes forwards to grab some strength and just takes a ton of spells back in response. Boxy happy just spamming out this Death Pulse down here, and no one has a wand yet either, so Boxy not going to be giving away any kills for that either. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, it is indeed Excalibur on the Meepo versus QUALIFER on his Brood. Very interesting matchup indeed, and I'm definitely excited to see which way this one goes. So far, Meepo is having a pretty good start, but of course, with the poof, that is always pretty easy, and I'm sure QUALIFER will start to take over at some point. We'll see what point in the game that is, and Excalibur will have his level 3 shortly enough as well, which is going to mean that he can jungle much earlier than QUALIFER can. Definitely,
well, Tiger made his way up to top lane, and he's a bit late. Saberlight was already behind the tower and traded fairly well with that big tree.
DMZ's coming over as well to help out, so Saberlight going to be left pretty uncontested as he just has his way with these creeps, and this is much better start for him than last game. I mean, anything would have been a better start for him than last game, but now he gets some creep waves all to himself. You know, they're pulling them over as well, making sure that Saberlight is getting full value out of this as well, as he's going to farm at the medium camp as well. DNZ pulls it over for him, so...
Has already been blocked by a Sin. So heads up play from Singularity there. They are trading jungle right now. Or sorry, they are farming jungle right now, whereas
Saberlight? Is he okay here? He's turning around though. He's turning and fighting into Tiger, but Mickey will come over with the sleight of fist and grab the first blood off Saberlight. He nearly got it by just taking the fight to Tiger. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Insania actually gets a kill onto Pexu as well. So finally, Insania does drop here, which, you know, Pexu was sitting on low HP for such a long time, drawing them into fights again and again and again. And finally, I think he just got impatient, tried to go for a kill, and Mage punished him for it. Well, up at top, DNZ's actually getting run down this time. He actually managed to hold on to Nature's guys. The root will come in, and DNZ should be finished off here as well. So Mickey, 2 kills now up in the top lane. Don't like getting used. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Pexu now going down, but I think that was a tower suicide. Yes, it was.
He was shambling his way out. Saberlight right now got back to behind the tower. Tiger is level 2 now, and it's going to be much harder for Saberlight back here. So I imagine we're going to see this struggle once more. Mickey needs to probably come kick them out one more time. And if they manage to do that, then it's going to be extremely hard for Singularity to...
Actually gets in the call here with with the Light Strike Array coming down. I think Tiger is dead. Yep, there's a spin. Saberlight, a sweet 19-year-old boy from Europe, gets himself a kill up in the top lane.
Die. If he sits next to me, he is just going to be absorbing the XP while doing nothing. So, very rough game for. So they're going to have to fight, and you can see Mickey coming back in. He's level 5.
Here comes out one turn, and that'll set up for an easy Light Strike Array, but they can't get through that Flame Guard, which means there's still going to be a ton of damage coming out onto the. Max might just lose his life here as he gets run down by Mickey.
That's how I do it.
Yep.
So, Tiger's suffering, but Mickey.
Yeah, they need a little bit more levels on this Lina in order to bring him down. They actually land the assault down at bottom. Yeah, Sammy's getting caught out here, but that Edict doing a lot of work, saving from a bit of the damage, but not enough. And Tanya will be dropped to the floor. Boxy trying to pick up. Boxy's not particularly healthy here either, but he's going to keep up that decay. And a nice stun from Mage, going to catch out Boxy. And whilst they're now, oh, hi Excalibur. Where'd this guy come from?
Can't fight the ground.
Okay, just random Meepo out of goddamn nowhere just comes in and grabs a kill. And now he's also going to be able to clean up a couple of these spiders here at mid, but not really worth a whole lot of gold, so not getting much from that.
He has to keep QUALIFER out of this side now. To go back to
Ooh, and top DMZ getting run down by Mickey and Tiger. They're really starting to take control of this top lane, Liquid. So whilst bottom is going the way of Singularity, and mid could be considered going Singularity's way as well, but to be honest, they're both just farming like madmen. Top is definitely Liquid's turn.
Well, Saberlight's still getting a lot done, and he is well on his way to advance. You trade it for... You see, one of the problems with the side lane Ember is that he doesn't get enough experience, but if you literally give him one-on-one time with the creeps under the tower because you're not challenging him at all, then
Radiant's
you
middle
just have
tower
too
is
many
under
on the side of Liquid.
Yeah, that
Both
could...
just got solo experience.
They're trying to do the same thing for Saberlight, but you've seen before, you know, when he was left alone, they were able to kill him, so you can't really do quite the same thing. So DMZ has to be here to back him up. It also offers some kill threat onto Tiger as well. Qualification, I think this was just for Saberlight, yeah, 4 or 5, but they're pinging. Yeah, they wanted to make some space and try and come for this kill, so Insania is making his way over. DMZ keep it in sight. Saberlight might know this is going down though. Yeah, he's going to come and go downwards. DMZ ready to back up his friend. Yep, there comes Light Strike Away. Meepo's coming over as well. I didn't expect this one as the call is down and the kill is there. Saberlight will survive. And also, no, he's not. He's dead. A bunch of spiders before he went down, but yeah, that's a lot of 9s coming through for Excalibur as QUALIFER taking chunks out of DMZ. Excalibur just coming in, trying to go for the body blocks. He still hasn't got a net for a very long time, and actually with Mickey coming around, they might even offer a kill threat onto him, so he has to leave DMZ behind, and that is going to be another kill for Mickey, who is getting a lot done up in this top lane, now creeping ahead on net worth of Saberlight. We are not going to look at CS any longer because there's too much creep hitting going on, there's too many kills coming on, and talking about kills, bottom lane as well. Boxy does dodge out and split up, but I don't think it's going to be enough to keep him alive. Mage is going to eat up those mangoes to keep those Pulse Novas coming through, and now, well, he's got an Edict in 10 seconds. They might want to keep the pressure on this tower, but he doesn't have that much health, so if he does want to stay here, they've got to keep him safe. He goes and buys a bottle from the secret shop, and that should be enough. There's that Edict. Tiger's going to come in and actually do a lot of damage to Mage right now, but not enough to get him off the tower. And this tower will be falling as Pexu just zones them both, taking the fight right into their faces here. He's not scared at all.
No, risky play from Tiger there as well, but the Edict just gives away his team.
Excalibur playing around with the spider and mid. Gotta be careful of these nets. When those nets come out, QUALIFER could find himself in the spider. The Mickey's coming around the back. The chain's coming out onto both the Meepo's Excalibur. Not sure there's much left to be done. The net gets dodged by the Ember, and that's going to be a freebie. Nice rotation from Mickey. And as he said, you know, 2 mid laners as Mickey comes rotating into the mid lane from the safe lane. Many carries would do that.
No, but Mickey has always been more of a tempo player, hasn't he? And he's been set up so well by the way that...
Mage, nice cheek there. Yeah, he's got his dancing shoes on. Might get caught out. No, Tiger gets it the wrong way. Nice escape there. Pexu trying to do the same thing. Might not be so lucky though. Tiger closes a gap just on the tail edge of the TP there. And now Mickey's going to charge him down. Pexu, the flag is clean. You, I hate life. That's a good one.
Yeah, he got tired of that. I think he was trying to TP probably to the top right, but Mage already. Someone already went that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And yeah, Mickey is leaning full on into this playmaking style. He's got those drums, he's ready to rock and roll, and he's ready to make some space for Boxy because Boxy has had the hardest lane. And I like this about these middle medium core lineups that whichever cores get out of the lane stage well can. They don't just have to sit around and wait for more items.
Yeah.
You always have someone who can make tempo, and in this case, it's going to be Mickey.
Rotations down bottom, but Tiger is following. Excalibur does need to be a little bit careful here. He's completely alone despite being near a TP point. There is Tiger and Mickey both staring at him right now. The other Meepo is going to make their way over. Mickey is seen, but I don't think this is going to be a kill.
Top tower is under attack.
And they're searching for him and they won't find him. That said, Mage is coming out here. Yeah, Mickey might try and steal this, doesn't manage to do so. Try to go for the stylish plays of the sleight of fist and pick up, which you can do, but unfortunately didn't quite work out.
That is
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Indeed, but a free mid tower for QUALIFER, who may be paying the price right
No,
now.
they've got him dead to rights. Here I think in comes a stun, not even needed. Excalibur finishes the job, and that is a spider squashed. All 8 legs.
There's a Leshrac coming into the mid lane right now
Dire's
with
middle
level
tower
3.
is under attack.
That is a tower
Dire's
trade,
middle
and
tower has
QUALIFER making
fallen.
things a little bit harder there than they should. I don't think he necessarily needed to take it.
Double desolation!
Down the bottom there, Excalibur, he's getting ahead of himself here, going on to the Ender Spirit with Tiger coming in to try and help out, but he's got no ultimate just yet. So he might be able to pop the book and turn it around, but actually, Mickey's just able to escape with the Remnant.
Boxy's gonna get run down on top lane.
It's looking that way, isn't it? Light Strike Array, that is going to land, although in comes Insani to save this. They turn their attention quickly to him. Down the look towards Boxy, in comes Reaper side. Not very much to the left, right? And now the tree comes in. He's got the overgrowth, the tower is dead, but the left right dropping low. Maybe he's going to get finished off as Mickey jumps around the fight, but another liquid hero gets called up by Saberlight. I look towards Mickey as well, but this guy, he's got full health. He's got a lot of damage. Saberlight needs to be careful as he backs himself out. And that is going to be a full retreat from Singularity, but they get themselves a tower and 3 kills along with it. A big win for the boys in green.
And Box is still struggling to get back into this. He is really the weak point of his lineup right now, and he's just getting run down. This is one of the problems of running this Broodmother, is that she is going to take up a lot of your own jungle space if she can't freely move into the opponent jungle, and that leaves Boxy pretty exposed. He's going to be on a lane.
Yeah.
He is a target.
Yeah. He doesn't get a whole lot of freedom in this game. You know, Necrophosy, if he doesn't come down in the lane though, even if he does have a jungle, you never really see him coming back. You want to see him securing some kills with Reaper's side. That's kind of his comeback mechanism. If he can just go into team fights and steal kills with Reaper's side of his teammates, then that usually gives you the gold and experience you need to be a hero once again, but it's not really going to be happening too much, I don't feel.
At the very least, not if he's the first target. You want to come in later for that, which is you need to be off. So DNZ is going to try to hold this tower on his own, but I think he knows that he's in for a rough one.
Yeah, kind of just waiting for death right now, I feel, although he seems like there's someone else around it. He was wrong, but there you go.
It's worth checking.
Yep.
And at the very least, DNZ got some information there, got some dedication.
And look at top lane. They actually just lost their top tower, although they have to fortify to keep it alive, and now Mickey coming in from behind. Leshraki is dead to rights. In comes. Oh my god, look at the spiders. Look, the spiders on zombie action, but they'll take down that tombstone and take down Pexu along with it. Did your game just lag horribly?
Yes, yeah, my CPU spiked a little bit there, gotta say.
Yeah, I think it's the servers just dying in at the moment those spiders come out, and then the zombies come on the spiders, and then it's all very
didn't
tricky.
that nearly end Midas mode?
Oh, did it?
Yeah, they were not happy with having that matchup several times.
Yikes.
It was unplayable for the players themselves.
Okay, yeah, little spikes in this game mode. Not quite as bad. Now Tiger, he's making his way over to the Meteor Hammer. Hammer de la Meteor, as they call it in France. Oui, oui. So he's going to be able to... Oh, no, Tiger Light says no thank you, no trees for you, dragging him away, and now the coming in as well. There's going to be no escape for Tiger. He gets punished. That is a Blink Dagger reveal on the axe, and a pretty good hero to use it on, I would say. I mean, it's not an Ember Spirit, but still, I think you take Tiger down the moment you can, just because there's information off the map.
And you get this top tower out of it.
Yes, Mage is just going to come in. There's no Fortify. Edict will claim it one way or the other.
Dire's top tower
And Tiger
is
has
under
not
attack.
put any points into living armor, so
Dire's
you can really
top tower
contrast him
has
with
fallen.
Pexu in that previous game. All in on the living armor, keeping that mid tower alive. Mag is just, no. I want to walk in trees and punch people.
Clearing out the trees.
See,
I struggled to do this before today. Can you not ward this cliff anymore? Is this like a silent change?
sorry, which cliff?
The one just up here.
The rule
No,
of
definitely still
invisibility.
lost one. Oh, that smoke's gonna get spotted immediately.
Yeah, and then Ghost Table like jumping straight in onto Mox. Boxy just ready for it, tearing through the Necrophos. From it. Keeping them out the time building. Look at the damage coming out from the Ember Spirit as well. It actually got them all grouped up together, and look at the damage coming through. Singularity, they can't survive. Excalibur trying to deal with the spider on the backlines, but can't even bring down QUALIFER, and Excalibur's going to get finished off as well. It's going to be a full wipe if they can catch DNZ, but no one even cares enough to chase her. Lena escapes down the river. Mickey and Tiger, they see her. They don't care nearly enough to chase down
She's
this
going to
Lena.
get
Oh,
picked
maybe they
up
do.
by-
Oh yeah, she's going to get the ring. And there you go. Mickey now actually godlike on this Ember Spirit. He's had so many kills, and the damage in that. If I want to see his output now. Okay,
Radiant
apparently
are scanning.
we want to see the fight recap actually of that singular slight of fist onto the Lena. So there
yes.
we go, 227 damage done. Wow, look at all the effort. He used sleight of fist, didn't realize that. Thank you, Dota. Just what I wanted.
So, yeah, so much damage, and especially they have no way to get onto that back line if the axe just jumps the front line, because you can't actually kill off that Necrophos if he has the Oracle ult. There's no way that you out damage that amount of healing, but it's just a typical case of tunnel vision, really. You see someone, you jump someone, and then too late you realize you are in this
Look at
funnel.
Singularity just coming straight back into it. They are not scared at all, but Mickey's going to get caught out, but he dodges the stun with the sleight of fist. That is kind of unlucky right now, and DNZ is going to get picked up on the backline as QUALIFER coming in. Oh my god, there's so many zombies, but they take care of the tombstone fairly quickly. They have to if they want to play the game. Now the computer's explode. All towards Undying now, and Undying is just going to get chased down by QUALIFER and all his little squiggly friends. Oh no, exact same attempt and the exact same outcome, if getting off a little bit lighter on Singularity this time around.
Yeah, and I imagine that this is all fueled by the fact that they got the E-Blade Blink ready on the Meepo, doesn't have that much gold in his pocket, so he hits timing, and Excalibur right now is trying to make things happen. But I don't think choosing their moment's quite right. It feels forced. They were like, their ward is still up. I can see why they were going towards it once more, but these are not the angles you're looking for. I feel like Excalibur might want to get back a little bit more. Let's see if Saberlight can find a good pick-off again instead of forcing these 5-on-5 fights where you're just clearly getting out-damaged by five.
Yeah, but would we be saying the same thing had the axe connected with that call onto the Ember Spirit?
I don't think it does.
They don't have enough.
Like, it depends. I didn't actually see the positioning of the Oracle there, but especially if that Oracle was close enough, I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't think the Oracle would have been close enough if they connect with a call. That means no Flame Guard, that means quick kill, but I don't know. It didn't happen, so we'll never know.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I feel like it could have gone better.
Definitely. If they get the Ember there, and especially like the question is, for example, if you get both the Taiga and the Ember, yeah. But that's one of the prices you paid for getting Taiga there, was not giving you. It's rough.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, speedy Brood just farming away in the jungle. Tiger quite close to this Meteor Hammer now as well, so gonna be that super annoying presence on the enemy side of the map.
I love that item.
Yeah, really nice versus Meepo as well.
Themselves. Yes, and he's such a single target oriented hero, at least where his damage is concerned, that having another AoE stun is. And he provides some tower threat with that too. The position wars often pushing over like the far sides of the map past
Radiant's
the,
top
past
tower
the
is
elbow,
under attack.
usually say. And if you don't have any tower damage to go with
Sableye, they find themselves Treant Protector. It's kind of in the corner as well. They're going to be able to find this kill. The Culling Blade misses, but that's only because he wanted to give the kill to his teammate, because he is just a sweet 19-year-old boy, Sableye. That's what he does. Tombstone being dropped down, and Mage on top of him as well. Insania's going to be the target. Can they bring him down in time? Yes, they can. Quaker, I think he's coming over. Wants to bring down the Tombstone. Will not be able to, though. Fox is just getting absolutely melted. Does get the reach side off, though. That's going to result in a kill to Mage, and Pexy's also going to drop as well. And I don't think Sablelight's surviving this one. There's a BKB on Quaker. She's just going to rip through Sableye. No problems at all. Scanner on the back lines, but realizes he's now all alone, trying to get himself out, but they've left a Meepo behind him. Scanner cannot leave him, so he turns around, starts to get the fight off, but it's just not happening. Tiger pops up, throws in an overgrowth just for fun, and making sure that Excalibur will certainly die. Another 4 heroes dropping in Singularity, feeling like Liquid are omnipresent right now. Everywhere they go, all of Liquid already are, and it's very painful and very tricky for them to play against right now, as DMZ doing what he can to stop this Roche attempt, but really there's not much he can do, unfortunately. Although that said, well, he can distract them, he can distract a tasty piece of meat, and down he goes. So, back to work, or... Oh, actually leaving Roche. Okay.
I can see how Liquid would be a little bit more coming back in now, because trading a life of a support who might have buyback is a setup for potential. You'd rather buy back on that support and get your full 5 back than buying back on these. So, it's a valid background.
See Tiger again, though. They've got these sentries down, and Mage coming in. They want to take the tree. They want a piece of the tree and pie. Oh, we'll grab that. Very herby, I hear. Well, Excalibur's actually trying to sneak a Roche, but there's a spider coming into the pit, which is gonna kind of throw a spanner in the works, or throw a spider in the works, I guess.
Yeah, the Rush is a hot item right now. I don't think you can. And right now, Singularity, I can see why he's walking into the pit, because they are at a standstill. They've run in several times and they get rebuffed every single time. So they're hitting these item timings, right? Meepo he's got a blink now. He's going to go on towards that Skadi. We have Aether Lens on the lead edge. He can do a lot of work. Saberlight Axe is not having a bad game at all. Nearly got a Blade Mill finished as well. So they certainly have item progression going, but they can't seem to do anything with it. And that leads to things like, okay, what do we do when we can't punch through? Well, we go Rush. But they can't go Rush. Constantly going to get scouted, and especially in these clustered fights where the Ember Spirit does so much damage.
Interesting things going on in the Roche pit right now as chameleons fight up these seemingly endless spiders. There's another one. Okay, see you later. Interesting. Anyway. Yeah, as you were saying about Saberlight, though, he is he's getting himself that Blade Mail soonish, so like not super far behind, but I mean, he's actually got it finished up now, so yeah, he's doing okay. You got to remember that it's a 22-minute game. It feels like it's a 30 minutes into the game so far, because you've got a Meepo and a Brood. These heroes have farmed so ridiculously fast that they've just got like a crazy amount of items. Brood's got like Midas, BKB, Aghanim Scepter, Diffusal. I mean, that's just insane. And Excalibur's hanging around with a Blink, Ethereal Blade, and now an Ultimate all picked up, heading towards that side of the Vice. And Mikke's had an amazing game as well, so he's got a ton of money. Like, everyone looks super fun.
Excalibur jump first, not
yeah, he's going to go straight up to the back. He finds the Oracle. This is a great pickoff, so they can kill him in time, and yes, they will. And now they can maybe look for more. They did throw down the Tombstone for that one, but I think that's totally worth it. Maybe Roche is going to be the call. Yeah, it looks like they're heading over there right now. Excalibur, Saberlight, Pexu, and DNZ all making their way through Tiger and QUALIFER are farming nearby. Mike as well. I mean, they've got so much poke just to play around in this pit, and they actually back off, which is surprising because you'd think that they've realized that there's no way they're getting that for free. So, yeah, I think it's interesting that they see the spider and they're just like, oh, guess we can't do Roche anymore. It's like, was that always your plan, just to try and sneak it? I don't know. Seems awkward.
Well, there is a BKB on the Lash now. They might have just wanted to wait a couple of seconds.
Yes, this is it. I like this a lot. However, there's also Radiance on the Necro, so this hero who's previously doing nothing is now going to do something.
Dire's middle tower is under
There's an
attack.
Arcane Rune on Mage as well. Wow, this is start the lighting right now. For Singularity a little bit, but they're still nervous. I mean, 12 seconds until Insania is up. If they start a fight, then they'll probably be there in time. These fights aren't that quick. They're going to go for the smoke anyway. Let's see what they can find. Tiger, it's going to be hard. Oh, Saberlight misses the jump, though. They still get the dust off. They see Tiger, but I think that's it. The Mage, he's getting a bit carried away here, popping up onto the high ground, but will get away with it. Oh, didn't like that. That was a little bit hot seat there, but in the end, Singularity get away with it. Liquid get away with it.
Clever little smoke there, but unfortunately doesn't quite pay off. And it's back to the drawing board. If they get a good engagement, well, they're moving down to what Saberlight wants to make another attempt on his elusive Ember Spirit. But the
Radiant
backup's already
are scanning.
coming in. Smoked on the side.
Exu, he's going to grab it. He's going to be happy with going down here. Saberlight goes for the grab, but again, dodged by the sleight of fist. He just can't catch him. Mike too damn slippery. The Reaper's Scythe going to claim Saberlight as well. Oh man, I mean, I don't even think that would have changed much if he did manage to catch Mike in that call. Mike still has a ton of health. He had a BKB charge to burn through as well, so I just don't really think that was ever going to work out too well.
Flash of inspiration.
And now QUALIFER is in.
Yeah, not wasting much time getting in there and getting things done. Roshan is starting to fall. Mike helping him out as well. 25 minutes and this will be uncontested. There's still 45 seconds until Saberlight will return to the game, so time to come.
Once again, Singularity are really find themselves. I feel they especially haven't been able to either he isn't in the fight or if he's something else. And I can't tell if Singularity has anything. Gallagher just hasn't been in the front line of these fights. He's pretty tanky, he's got that evasion, and they just haven't really been leveraging him. Mage got found by Tiger. He's gonna get his TP cancelled, and Mika is on his way.
Mage might try and turn this one around and get a return kill. I think he realizes he's probably dead anyway. Tiger coming in just for an extra punch, but Leshrak getting burnt down. Doesn't even pop the BKB for it. He knows it's pointless. It's a double damage Ember Spirit. Your time is over. And Mickey actually picking up the Battle Fury. Interesting.
I mean, that's an extra anti tool, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, he's kind of grabbing a couple of spiders there as well, but not many.
Yeah, and he's actually also most likely, if he jumps on zombies, he's going to most likely cleave off of them, and that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, true. You can jump onto the zombies, can you?
I'm not sure. I seem to remember that. But here's the thing. This is why people ask me for advice about the map and not.
Oh, QUALIFER.
We're gonna see it in action soon.
Yeah, bringing him and the boys down on the bottom lane. This
Radiant's
tower is going to be the
bottom
target,
is under attack.
and it will not be very long before QUALIFER brings it down. Yeah, let's drop him pretty quick. Let's brood pretty quick.